Welcome to the Climate and Water Outlook for July to September 2017. June has been very dry overall for much of Australia. Outlook suggests dry and warm conditions are likely to extend into early spring. First, let's look at recent conditions. For much of the past month, the southern hemisphere has been dominated by unusually high pressure. Large, slow-moving highs have reduced cloud cover over inland Australia and pushed cold fronts southwards. This high pressure has resulted in one of Australia's driest Junes on record. Areas that had a particularly dry autumn, such as Western WA and parts of South Australia, were also some of the driest regions in June. This means soil moisture is now below average in many regions. Western Victoria, though, has above average soil moisture for this time of year, largely the result of April rains. Overall, drying soils mean there were fewer high flows in May compared with April. For parts of southern Australia, this means water storage inflows in this early part of the winter filling season have been lower than expected. With more cloud-free skies than usual and fewer cold fronts, warm daytime temperatures have persisted into June. But clear nights, with no cloud to keep the heat in, have led to very low overnight temperatures, and fog has been abundant in many low-lying areas. So what is driving Australia's climate towards dry and warmer conditions? The unusually high pressure over Australia is due in part to a climate driver called the Southern Annular Mode, or SAM. When SAM is positive, the belt of high pressure around the globe expands, pushing cold fronts and moisture to the south away from Australia. The Indian Ocean dipole remains neutral, but around half the climate models suggest a positive phase later in the year. A positive IOD typically increases the chance of a drier than normal winter and spring for central and southeastern Australia. In the Pacific, ocean waters near Peru were several degrees above normal during March and April, but cooled during May and June. This warmth could have spread and developed into an El Niño, but eased due to persistent trade winds. All 8 models now predict El Niño is unlikely to develop this year. As a result, our ENSO outlook has been downgraded from El Niño Watch to inactive. So what's the rainfall outlook for July to September? While El Niño is unlikely, below average rainfall is still expected for parts of southern Australia. Turning to stream flows for June to August, near median flows are more likely in most places, but in southern and western Australia, where soils are drier, stream flows in several areas are likely to remain low. In terms of temperatures, days and nights are likely to be generally warmer than average for much of Australia, but with less cloud cover, some nights may be very cold. Keep an eye on your local forecast for frost warnings. In summary, El Niño is very unlikely for this year, but rainfall is likely to be below average for parts of southern Australia. Stream flows are expected to be near median to low in most places, and temperatures are likely to be warmer than average for much of the country. For more details, visit our website at bom.gov.au/climate/ahead. You can also get updates via Facebook and Twitter. Our next video will be released on Thursday, the 27th of July. For the Bureau of Meteorology, I'm Paul Fakemer.